morning.
Hello. So 5 days to go to the Ironman Dublin 70.3. Very exciting times. So it will be my last video before the big day. Very scary, but very nice actually, because this week I'm on taper week. Oh my gosh, such a lovely phrase. Taper week is just very nice. So taper week. Taper week is a week where you slow down everything so that you're literally itching to go on the big day. So my last big run was last Thursday. My last big cycle was last Saturday. I'm not pushing myself so hard in the pool, but I am hanging on in there with the pool because it's gentle, no impact, and still keeping me going for the week that's in it. Small little run tomorrow, probably a small little run on Friday, and then that's it. It's wind down then and get the nerves going and get everything ready for the 3 a.m. start on Sunday morning. Yeah, 3 a.m. start, 3:30 breakfast. My wave starts at 7:40 a.m. So very exciting knowing all of this information. I have my number, my race number and everything like this. So the few days before Ironman, and mentally as well, it's been interesting, to say the least. Over the last few weeks, over the last probably 2 months, I had kicked up my training so much. So there was an awful lot more running and an awful lot more swimming being done, and I left my biking on kind of by the wayside. And over the last 3 or 4 weeks, we've gone around the route a number of times, and I have to say I was very disappointed, for want of a better word, with how my cycling has come on a few weeks ago. So I concentrated on that for the last 2 or 3 weeks, and last weekend did our last cycle route, did our last go around the route, and was much happier with the cycle route, and much happier with how my cycling has come on, and have discovered the mental preparedness that really does kick in a few weeks beforehand. It's very good to be training with people. It's really it's a great support system, but at the same time you have to keep reminding yourself that you're not them, that the people that might be training with you could be at this 5 years, 10 years, could only be at it 6 months longer than you, but they're not you. And so that's very important to remind yourself of. But the support network that you build with the training with others is definitely worth it. And one of the days we went cycling, there was 15 of us heading off at 6:30 in the morning. It was great. It was great to know that such a big group, safety in numbers obviously as well, and lots of people to blame each other if we got lost or anything like that. Not that it happened, but it's handy to be together and to be out there. So taper week is in full flow. So tempting to change it from taper week into like pig out week, and have been trying to turn down the things that I definitely shouldn't be eating, and have been reintroducing other foods into my diet. White pasta, white bread, porridge have all come back in so that I can build up my carbs for the big day. Over the last 3 or 4 times that I've done long cycles, I've been eating the same meal kind of the night before to make sure that everything is okay with my system and that it's not adversely affecting me, and that's worked out well for me. So that's a good point to remember in the weeks up to any event that you have, to introduce foods slowly and surely so that your body can get used to them. The breakfast that I will be having, it has been back in action now for about a week and a half. So my system will be well adjusted to it by the time the big day comes around. And yeah, just making sure that I don't use this time as an excuse to pig out. Now, the thing that I found hardest is I have to cut down on my coffee. It's recommended that you cut down on your coffee because there's so much caffeine in the gel shots that you take on the route that it's good to give your body a little bit of a withdrawal from coffee if you drink a lot of it, so that it gets that boost during the actual race. So I'm learning a lot about nutrition that I never thought I would be learning, and definitely didn't think I would be interested in. The other thing to definitely do during taper week, because I went out Saturday morning and as I was preparing my nutrition, I literally put my hand in the box where I keep all my drink mixes, and grabbed a few sachets and thought, oh, that's grand, I'll have more. But for some reason actually pulled the box down on myself and realized I had no more for race day. So that's something to be aware of. Make sure you've got your stock of nutrition, of gel shots, of jelly sweets, of bars, of fig rolls, of whatever it is that's going to keep you going throughout the event. Make sure you've got enough of them with plenty of time to spare, so that you're not looking at a new brand or a new product within the week before, because that's a big no-no. Don't introduce new foods. Don't introduce new products. Don't change your gel shots. Stick with what you have tried and tested when you're training on the actual event day. Don't introduce anything new on event day. The other thing that happened to me was I went to go for a sea swim yesterday and found a tear in my wetsuit. So in the process of doing a complete equipment check, and thankfully had to go and get my nutrition from the triathlon store, so also grabbing myself some glue to fix my wetsuit and anything else that might be needed. You know, taper week, because you have all the extra time. Well, I say you have all the extra time as if like there's an extra 20 hours a day all of a sudden, but because you do have a little bit of extra time, spend the time going through your equipment. Make sure you have everything. Write down lists if you want of what you're going to need to pack the night before, or what you're going to be bringing on the day before. I put a post-it up in my kitchen on my kitchen press of the weights of the food for my breakfast, so that I know, because I would have no problem remembering it. But why do you want to be putting that extra pressure on yourself on race day? So just organize yourself. And the good thing about the Ironman event, I have to say, is that all our bikes have to be racked on the Saturday. So race day is Sunday, but all our bikes have to be racked by a certain time on Saturday, and we're not allowed at our bags once we've gone there, and once we've given them in, that's it. We're allowed back at our bikes on Sunday morning just to put in our nutrition or our drinks, or stick gel shots to them, or whatever we want to do there. But I think it's great how it forces you to be more organized, which is always convenient. And of course, this is the week to be taking extra care of your body. Now, as a former massage therapist, I would definitely recommend that if you're thinking of going for a massage or going for physio, do not do it the day before or 2 days before, unless you are totally used to that and your body has totally gotten used to that and you've been doing that on a regular basis. If you are new to this and you are going for physio or you're going for a massage, do it 5-6 days in advance. Make sure that you drink plenty of water afterwards. When you have a massage, when you have physio, you're releasing toxins and buildups of bad things into your system. You need to drink water to flush that all out of your system so that it's not still hanging around. And the reason you don't want to do this the day before is, or even 2 days before, is that you could release something, or something could be twinged, or as it's being released, it could end up hurting you for a few days. So do it well in advance, where you have plenty of recovery time. Look after your own body, your own mentality. Get into a place emotionally and mentally where you're happy and where you're reminding yourself constantly. And I'm all about these positive affirmations around my house. They don't change the person I am. They just reinforce the beliefs or the knowledge that's already there, but sometimes get stuck down under other beliefs or thoughts or systems. So, you know, if you have to put posters around your house to remind yourself how awesome you are, that that you're doing an Ironman in a few days, then by all means put those posters around the place and get yourself mentally and emotionally prepared as well. And the week that's in it, there's no point in pushing yourself training wise. You don't want to injure yourself. There's no last minute, oh, I'll try and knock another 20 seconds off my run time, or there's no point in doing any of that. You do the hard work in the lead up. This is taper week. This is sweet. Not as sweet as it's going to feel as I cross that finish line and know that I have a day or two off of training, but it's still really, really nice to know. So 5 days to go. Exciting, nerve-wracking. Yeah, nervousness is there, but it's not half as bad as I thought it would be. And yeah. And now at this point, I'm well aware that I can get over the finish line. It's making sure that I get over the finish line without literally collapsing when I do. So the old thoughts are positive and everything else, and it's just get there now. There's nothing more can be done. This is only the first half of the goal. There's still a full Ironman to be training for the next 12 months. But this is definitely a big, big step. Big step. So, 5 days. I'd hope to be recording a video next Monday to let you all know how I got on. But in the meantime, if you are doing Ironman Dublin 70.3, best of luck. It's going to be awesome. And if you're doing an event like this or thinking about doing an event like this, just remember, as I always say, because I came from no running background, no swimming background, no cycling background, heavy smoker, heavy drinker background, to Ironman from Sunday in just over a year. You can do anything if I can do anything. We just have to put our minds to it. Take care, and if you're doing the Ironman, give me a shout out, give me a hello on the course if you see me. Best of luck. See you next time.
This has been an Honor and Life production.